Hi, I'm Cece. I've really not spoken about this with very many people before, and this is the most terrifying thing I've ever done. I want to talk to you all today about 10 things that you should never, ever say to a stalking victim, which I am. Number 1, what do you do to encourage them? Or, they're stalking you because you stand out. What did I do to encourage them? Nothing. Stalkers fixate on their victims for any number of reasons. It has nothing to do with the victim, nothing that they can prevent or change anyway. Also, many are mentally ill, but that's a bit beyond my area of expertise. It is not the victim's fault, and under no circumstances should they be blamed or shamed for it. Number 2, telling a victim, oh, you should move, or you shouldn't move to get away from the stalker. Well, it must be nice to have a choice. A lot of people don't. Someone whose life is in mortal peril might not be able to stand their ground. They may get a chance to grab their stuff and flee and take that, and it's really their decision to make. Likewise, someone who has a location-dependent job or not a lot of money or maybe shared child custody may not have the option of moving. Not everybody has a choice. Number 3, you need to deal with this on your own or from law enforcement. This is a waste of police time. The average victim doesn't go to the police until after about 120 incidents. At that point, I think it's safe to say it's a real problem. If someone is asking for help, they can't deal with it on their own. That's why they come forward. Again, this is invalidating and cruel. Another one I really don't like. This is number 4, just call the police. Oh, gee whiz, why didn't we think of that? About 40% of us do. The other 60% don't because we know that we won't be believed. Most people who go to the police get no real help, and in a number of jurisdictions, law enforcement will not intervene until after the stalker gets violent. This means that stalking victims sometimes die before receiving any real help. Number 5, stop thinking about it. Oh, gee whiz, if I only could. Stalking destroys your brain. Will they be waiting for me outside? Are they hiding behind my car? Will they bother me at work? Are they waiting for me at my kids' school when I go to pick them up? Am I safe? Is today going to be the day they kill me? You never know. If you're not getting any help in particular, you can't stop thinking about it because no one else is looking out for you. On a personal note, I find that being able to anticipate a stalker's move has helped me evade them. I've had several, they've all been different, but the more I can anticipate their moves, the easier it is to avoid them. Another one, this is fun. Oh, you should be on social media, or you shouldn't be on social media. Again, it must be nice to have choices. Not everyone has a choice, and it is getting worse in the year 2021. Social media is clout and currency. I've heard tales of some people getting hired over others because they have more followers. That tends to happen more often in entertainment, but it's only a matter of time before it trickles to people like me who have regular jobs. I have been denied even job interviews because I'm not on LinkedIn. Even when I explained I can't do LinkedIn, they have a privacy and stalker problem. Well, what do you think happened? The recruiter got all snotty with me and said, just go to the police. Like I didn't try that. So, not everyone has a choice. Don't say that. Telling me I should be flattered. No, it's not flattering. It's disturbing. It's terrifying. I am not flattered by people who continue to approach me for a relationship when I have told them, no, do not show up at my house, do not bother me at work. And I am not flattered by a couple of creepy female stalkers I've had who've copied me right down to my hair and outfits. If you actually think this is flattering, go watch Single White Female and follow it up with The Roommate. Moving on. They're not going to kill you. You don't know that. 50% of stalkers turn violent. Among women killed by their current or former intimate partner, 76% were stalked by said partner first. And don't assume that it won't happen with an obsessed fan type scenario. Mark David Chapman stalked other musicians before he targeted John Lennon. We all know how that ended up. Asking a stalking victim, can't you forgive them or can't you move on? I've heard this, some of my female relatives have as well. Being stalked is traumatic. It ruins you, it eats your brain, it makes you fear for your life. If you're not getting any help, God knows I never did, if there are no consequences for the stalker, and there frequently are not, it can be impossible to move on, especially if you don't know that you're safe. And asking someone to forgive a person who's made their life hell, that's especially invalidating and cruel. Forgiveness is a personal decision. You need to let the victim decide if they want to forgive the stalker, and do so on their own time. Never ask that question. And finally, number 10, it's all in your head. Well, was it all in my head when I had my first stalker, an obsessed schoolmate who cornered me in the girls' bathroom and pulled a knife on me? Was it all in my head when a girl I knew in college single white femaled me? Every day she would sneak out of a room, spy on me, go back to her room and change into as close to a copy of my outfit as she could do. And she even dyed her blonde hair black to match mine. She ignored dozens of requests to go away and stop bothering me. She still scares the hell out of me. Was it all in my head when I was 15 years old and a creepy old man from church was stalking me and one of my female relatives? Was it all in my head when he also turned out to be a serial sexual predator, so it's a good thing I was put off by him? And finally, was it all in my head when, in the days before call unmasking and number blocking, I received multiple nuisance calls per day from a block number every day for 2 years? That was not in my head. To this day, I have a panic attack when I hear a phone ring. So, there you have it. 10 things you should never say to a stalking victim. Please forward this to everyone you know who needs to hear it. And thank you.